I want to share with this information with you because I know that it's going to help you. It's going to help you save money. It's going to help the environment. And it's also going to help your child. As a child is able to meet their own elimination needs, be able to take themselves to the potty, they become more confident. They become more secure in themselves. And there's even research that states that there is a correlation between early potty training and brain development. I'm going to share with you guys everything that I did. And so this is my experience, and it might be different for everybody else, but I just want to share what I did in hopes to help all of you. I first got started with my first child. A friend of mine told me about elimination communication, and I'm like, what? What is that? So I started reading about it. I read some books about it. I tried to get as much information as I could about elimination communication. And elimination communication, for those of you who don't know briefly, is when your child communicates with you their elimination needs. They give you cues. So the child might grunt, might wiggle, might cry, might make a face, and they're letting you know, I need to use the bathroom. So when you get those cues from the child, you learn their cues, you automatically place a receptacle under them, or you put them over the potty, or you sit them on the potty if they can already sit, or you hold them over the sink, and you let them eliminate. Once the child communicates with you, you're communicating with the child, and you're able to help them with their elimination needs, even as an infant. So I started with my child when she was, um, I think it was 5 months. I started early with her. I started, learning her elimination cues and placing a receptacle under her or placing her over the sink. And it was great. I was learning about how to do this. And so before I start sharing with you guys everything that I did and how I did it, I want to talk to you a little bit about the research about potty training. And so in China, India, and many other countries, parents report completion of potty training between 12 and 15 months. So it's really common over there for them to do that. And it's not because they want to their kids to finish fast just because. It's because really there's a lack of resources there. There's not a lot of diapers available, or there might not be water. Water is a scarce resource. Even cloth might be a scarce resource. So in other countries, parents, they just don't have the resources. And you're going to see that a lot of them don't even use cloth diapers or diapers at all. They have like these open crotch pants in which they have these pants that have like an opening in the back, and the child just goes to the potty whenever they need to, or they're placed over the sink or receptacle under them when the child needs to go. So also I wanted to share with you guys that prior to 18 months. And so in recent studies though, it's about 50% of children completing potty training by the age of 3 and diapers. A lot of people have started waiting longer to potty train because their pediatricians started recommending later times to start. And research funded by these multi-billionaire diaper companies tried to say that early potty training was psychologically harmful, that it could lead to problems and infections and all types of things. But again, this was to benefit them. This bogus research benefited them because now people really believed in this stuff and started potty training later on, 2.5 and 3. They didn't even start until 2.5 and 3 years old. And it's so much harder when you start teaching your child how to use the potty at 2.5, 3. It's so much harder than when you start early, because now the child has 3 years of learned behavior that you go to the bathroom on yourself. And it's going to be now, you're going to have to, the child is going to have to unlearn that, and it's going to take a long time. So, meantime, these companies get richer and richer. No one is going to tell you this. If early potty training is harmful, because a lot of people want to kind of say that, and this is a very controversial topic, if potty training is harmful like these companies are saying, then why is it that around the world, over 50% of babies are trained to use the toilet before the age of 12 months, and they're in perfect good health? Why is it that prior to the introduction of disposable diapers, kids were potty trained by 12 to 15 months and were perfectly healthy? There was nothing wrong with them. History does not lie, my friends. So who are we going to place our trust on? Are we going to place our trust on what our grandparents did, our ancestors, or the diaper companies who want to profit from us. I just wanted to put this out there, you guys, because I'm going to go ahead and teach you guys and share with you in this video how to potty train your child at an early age. And I'm going to get messages in the comments of people saying it's harmful, don't do it, you're going to damage your child. No, you're not. You're not going to damage your child. It was done, and it's done worldwide, and kids are perfectly healthy. It's a complete lie. So now, moving on to the most important thing of this video is, how did I do it? So people will ask you to pay them for this information. There are books, there's classes, there's online courses, there's training DVDs. I will tell you this for free today because that's what I do in my supporting me there. I share life transforming information. First child, I had a lot of time in my hands. So when she was able to sit up at 5 months, and she had pretty good head support, I bought a little potty, and I'm going to show you guys a little picture here of the potty that I have. It's baby Bjorn, and it has like a back into it. So I was able to hold her there when I learned her elimination cues. So I learned her cues. So whether it's grunting, wiggling, starting to get red, start crying, the child is going to communicate with you when they want to use the potty. So this is when you hold the receptacle under the child or take them over the toilet or over the sink. I started with my child really early. The earlier you start, the better, the faster that this is going to go. So I sat the 5-month-old on the potty, and I did it like every time she woke up, I put her over the potty. Every time after meals, also after naps. And I try to do that also every 2 hours. And I was very consistent. And every time that I took her to the potty, I made a sound, a cue sound, which goes like this. Psst. And this is a cue that you make when the child is urinating or pooping. And this will help the child associate that cue sound with elimination. So when you make that sound, it's going to help. The body's going to remember what they do, what the body does when you hear that sound. So once you place the child over the potty, you make the sound, and the body will remember. So that's what I did every single time. When she woke up from naps, when she woke up in the morning, I placed her over the potty, and I went, psst, always the same sound. After feedings, placed her over the potty. So she started walking at 9 months, and so I had the potty there, and by 12 months, she was already in underwear during the day. It's really important to put your child in underwear or in a cloth diaper so that they can feel the wetness, because this wetness is going to help them learn. Oh, I am eliminating right now. I am wet. So they're able to learn what's happening with their body. So she was in underwear by 12 months. She was still having some accidents. She was having accidents, and that was fine. I also had these cloth diapers that they were like pull-ups, and I made them myself. And I share with you guys, if you guys want to, these pull-ups were great because they had the waterproof material on it, which didn't let the pee go through or anything or dirty my floors. But accidents are going to happen, and they did happen, and I just quickly cleaned it up. So by 18 months, she was completely diaper-free day and night. And she was done potty training by 18 months. It was unbelievable. She was so proud of herself to be able to do it. She was so confident in herself to be able to take herself to the potty. And I was so happy that she was feeling so secure and so happy that she could do this. She felt so empowered to be able to do this. And I was happy that she was not, wearing diapers, because I didn't want her. I don't think it's hygienic. I mean, your child is sitting in pee and poo for who knows how long. It's disgusting. And so the best thing to do is to potty train your child early so that they're independent, they're secure, they have this sense of self-reliance that is just beautiful. So when my second child came around, I got a little lazier. So I started potty training at 8 months there. So I started placing her over the potty. And it was not even religiously or around the clock this time. I got lazy. You got the second child. You have a lot going on. So she wore disposable diapers until she was 8 months. I really didn't even do the cloth diaper thing. And then at 8 months, that's when I put her on cloth diapers. during the day and disposables at night. So I was doing this part-time, this cloth diapering thing. And when we went out, she was also in disposables. So I would place her on the potty every time I went to the bathroom, always after she woke up, after meals, and that's what I was doing. And also, her sister was taking her to the bathroom. Now, every time she went, she's like, "You want to come?" And she would bring her. And it's almost like her sister was also training her and helping me. So it was not every 2 hours, like I said. It was just whenever we went, we took her with us after meals, always after waking. By 1.5, she was in underwear, and before 2, she was potty trained. It's important to put kids in underwear, even if they're not completely potty trained, because there is a teaching there. The child will feel the wetness, the child will see the elimination happening, and they're going to learn to go to the potty. This is, a really fast way to help them learn. So she had some accidents. When she was 2 years old, she did have some accidents, but it resolved by 2 years and like 2 months. She was completely accident free by 2 years and 2 months. So with my third child, you guys, I got even lazier. So I started even later. I started at 9 or 10 months with her. And again, I had the success of at 1.5, she was in underwear. And at 24 months, completely potty trained. And this child was completely accident free by 24 months. Every child is going to be different with accidents and with nighttime training. This child was completely potty trained by 24 months. By the time she was 2 years old, she was wearing diapers. She was not wearing diapers during the day or night, and she was not having any accidents. She learned very quickly, and I think her sisters had a lot to do with it. They taught her. They brought her to the potty. Again, I did the same thing. Every time she woke up, after meals, we brought her to the bathroom. Every time we went, she saw that this is where people go to the bathroom. This child learned a lot quicker, considering the fact that I started at 9 or 10 months with her. So the key is to continuously, religiously, consistently take your child to the potty. Teach them this is where we do elimination. It doesn't happen in your diaper. It happens here in the potty. And a lot of you guys have emailed me. You have 3.5-year-olds who are still in diapers. And it's going to be hard with them. The later that you start, the harder it's going to be. So you're going to have to be very patient and very forgiving and have a lot of grace with these children that you've waited a long time because you didn't know. Don't judge yourself. Don't put shame on yourself because someone else potty trained their child earlier. Just work with where you are and do the best that you can, and forget that you didn't start early. Just forget about that. There is no point in thinking about what you could have done. Just start right now and do the best that you can. Now, with the older children, if you have a 3-year-old, 3.5-year-old, even a 2-year-old, you're going to understand that they are on the go mode. It's really hard. They're just go. Their attention is everywhere. It's going to be hard to get their attention. And they are already used to, for 2 years now, 2 or 3 years, using their diaper to go to the bathroom. You're going to have to teach them that this is where big kids go to the bathroom, in the potty. You want to get them some board books. Teach them this is where big kids go to the potty. This is where I go to the potty. Every time you go to the bathroom, you take them to the bathroom with you, and you sit them on their potty, and you sit on the toilet, and you talk to them about it, because now they understand. And it's going to be hard. A lot of them are going to refuse. They're not going to want to use the potty. So you try different things. I had one child who did not like the potty, the little baby Bjorn, but she wanted to sit on the insert on the toilet. She wanted to feel like a big kid. Try that. Try the insert. They might be more willing to use the insert because they feel grown, because they feel like they're doing something special. So try different things. Let's see. So with the older kids, you want to do the same thing that you even do with the little ones. When they wake up, take them to the bathroom. Usually when kids wake up, they have to use the bathroom. Do it after naps, before bed, if you can. Put them on the potty every time you go yourself. And you can set a timer for every 2 hours, take them to the potty. One important thing you're going to want to do is take the diaper off. They need to see that what's happening right now. Take it off, even if it's just for a couple of hours a day. Let them pee. Let them have the accidents. It's going to be hard, you guys. But you have to let them learn this way. It's not going to take long until they realize, oh my gosh, I don't want to pee on myself. I need to go and do that in the potty. It's really important to take the diaper off. Get, the pull-ups, or leave them without a diaper and without underwear, without anything, for a couple of hours a day. This is part of the training. So another thing that I did that I want to mention to you guys, my children were really young. They couldn't talk. They couldn't say, I want to use the potty. So I taught them different sign language signs. So I taught them a lot of really basic sign language signs so that they can communicate things like milk, I need help, done. And I taught them the potty sign. So whenever they wanted to use the potty, they went like this. I taught them this by doing this. So I would say potty, potty, and I would take them to the potty. I'll make my sound. Psst. Every time I took them to the potty, I made the potty sound, the potty sign. So that's one thing you want to do with little ones, because if they're not talking yet, that's one way that they can communicate with you that they need to go use the bathroom. And that was a great thing to do. And you want to teach them basic sign language signs too. It's a great way. It's great for brain development and for communication and for language later on. I taught them a lot of the basic things, and you can find these online. And if you guys want me to make a video on the sign on environmental and helping the earth. So to me, I use cloth diapers because I wanted to help the planet. So for my kids, when I did part-time cloth diapering by using cloth diapers throughout the day. I used cloth diapers throughout the day. And then at night, I used disposables. And when we went out, we used disposables. I really liked using the cloth because it takes one diaper about 200 to 500 years to decompose. So I use cloth because also it helps children potty train faster when they feel the wetness. They feel it happening, instead of having these diapers that are filled with chemicals that, the kid feels dry all the time. By the way, those chemicals are horrible. And if you guys do the research on what's inside of these diapers, you'll be horrified. So if you can, and if you're using disposables, because not everyone's going to be able to use cloth depending on your circumstance. If you're using disposables, try to get a cloth diaper a diaper that doesn't have these chemicals, that doesn't have chlorine and all these horrible chemicals. One that I used it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I just want to quickly share with you guys how you can potty train your children. It's really not rocket science, and I really understand that you guys, it's hard. I know it's hard, but if you just keep at it, and it's really important to not make the child feel shame, to don't blame, to don't make them feel guilty. Have grace with them. The more loving you are, the more positive you are towards the potty, the better it's going to be. You don't want to make this a power struggle between you and your child. You want to make it a positive experience. And so you're going to have to work with yourself, because you're going to be mainly the problem, and the child is not going to be the problem. You're the problem. So you're going to have grace with these children. You're going to have love and patience. Understand that this is going to take, if your child is older, this is going to take longer. So I hope that this has helped you guys. I really believe in early potty training because I really believe that it's unhygienic to keep kids in diapers. It's disrespectful to them and to their person. It's uncomfortable for a child to sit in a disposable diaper full of pee for hours. I mean, kids are much more capable than that. Believe in your children. Kids don't like being dirty. And you'll see that when they feel dirty, they start to cry. They don't even like it. So you're going to see that your child is going to be so proud of themselves that they can do this, so secure. So you're giving your child a tool to be self-reliant. One thing that I want to mention before I end the video is a lot of you guys are going to ask me about nighttime potty training. Now, nighttime potty training sometimes takes long for some children. It really just depends on your child. But one way that I helped the potty training at night was before bed, I always took the child to the potty, always. And then I would wake up sometimes at night. I would set up a timer at night and wake up and take the child to the potty at least one time during the night. So I would set up the timer for like 2 or 3 o'clock, and I would take them to the potty. So I would take them before bed and at 2 or 3 o'clock, and that was sufficient, because you also don't want to give your child a lot of water and a lot of liquids before bed. This is going to help tremendously. And after a while, they just get used to it. And on the bed, I made a like a waterproof cover. I sewed it up, and I'll show you guys that. If you want to see my cloth diapers, you guys, that it was basically a towel with PUL lining on it that I sewed together and I put on the bed, and I'll share that with you guys. So don't be hard on them. Be forgiving. Remember that they are used to going to the bathroom on themselves. It's gonna take time. It's going to take time, especially if you're just starting right now at 2 or 3 years old. It's going to take time. Like I said, the best thing to do, my kids are calling me, you guys. It's getting crazy in here. So I'm going to have to go soon. But remember, with the older kids, is working little by little, step by step, so that they can start associating the potty with elimination. Use different things. Use the potty. Try the potty insert. See which one they like more. Try to associate using the potty. Oh, you're going to be a big kid. You're not going to use diapers anymore. Diapers are for babies. And now you're going to use a big kid underwear, and proudly get them that big kid underwear and share with them. Look what I got you. I got you a big kid underwear. You're going to be out of diapers. I have some books that I recommend, some board books, and I'll link them below, that I use with my children. Video. I hope that you can successfully potty train your child. It'll save you money, it'll help the environment, and it'll make your child self-reliant, confident, and they are going to be so proud of themselves. You're going to be so proud of yourself and them. Remember to have grace, to be positive about this, and to just do the best you can, never comparing yourself to the other person. All right, you guys? Mwah. Love you.